1-7 is a very simple drawing, and we're going to do this in the way that you're typically going to make most AutoCAD drawings. You're not going to use a table. You're just going to look at it, and from there you're going to create the drawing. And what we're going to do is we're going to start in this lower corner here, and we're going to work our way clockwise around the drawing. So we're going to move up by 3 inches. So go into AutoCAD. And quickly, if we take a look, there's no arrow here. So there's nothing that tells us where our origin is. So we don't have to pick any kind of origin. So we can start anywhere we want. So we're just going to start here. And then we're going to simply type at 0, 3, because we're going to go 0 in the x dimension and up 3 in the y dimension. And then we're going to go over by 1.5 in the x dimension. So we're going to come back and type at 1.5, 0. And now here we need to go up by 4.75 minus 3, or 1.75. So we're going to type at 0, 1.75. Okay, we can see we're off screen here, so we can use our zoom and our pan to make us visible and closer to being centered. And then we're going to move over by 1.5. And just to make it easier, we can see that every time we make a jog, we're going to move over by 1.5. And even though this dimension here is not shown, it's also going to be 1.5, because this is 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. 1.5, 4 times 1.5 is 6. And 6 plus 1.5 is 7.5, which is the total length of the part. So right now we're up there. So we're going to move over by 1.5 and then down by 3.25. Over by 1.5 and then back up that same 3.25. Over by 1.5 again. So we can do that all in one step, or a couple of steps, without coming back to the drawing. So we want to move over by 1.5, so that's going to be at 1.5, 0. And then we said we're going to go down by 3.25, so at 0, minus 3.25. And then we said we're going to go over by 1.5 again, so at 1.5, 0, and then back up at 0, 3.25, enter, and then over by 1.5 again, so at 1.5, 0. All right, so that brings us over to here. And let's see what we do next. So now we don't know this dimension is not shown, but it's implied here. And this happens fairly often. Normally on a print there would be generally a line here that would tell you that this is going to be the same dimension. So again, this is 3 inches up, this is 4.75. So that has to be 1.75. So we're going to drop down by 1.75. And then again over by 1.5. So here we're going to drop down. So at 0, minus 1.75. And then at 1.5, 0. And then we actually have everything we need to complete the drawing. You remember, from here, we're just 3 inches down and then 7.5 inches over. So at 0, comma, minus 3, and then finally at minus 7.5, comma, 0. And again, if you don't end up at the exact point where you started, you must have made a mistake. You should take a look. You can undo if you need to, or you can delete the whole drawing and start over. This is very simple. It only took about 3 minutes to make. So if you, again, you want to make sure you save it. So save as, and we should just call this one 1-7. And that completes this video.